So welcome guys, I'm here with yours and obviously for yours. And this video is going to be about what I think it's something that's really useful for everyone to understand. We should talk more about this. The way that we can do an approach in order to convince someone to do something. So this video will be about some type of persuasion that you can do towards other in the way that you can make them act in a certain way. So, first of all, what is important to be said? What is the heart of persuasion? How to make someone to do something that we do? So, we as a people, what we tend to do? We tend always to do something that's useful, that we perceive that has utility to be done. So, what you will have to do to make someone to act in a certain way. Make it look with some utility for the person that is going to do this. So if you want someone to do an action, let's gonna make it in a way that we want someone to hire you in a job. What you have to do, you have to make it, can be directly or not, make it in the decision maker understand that making the action of hiring you is useful for them. So what we're trying to do, so we're trying to convince, we're trying to build a belief that so is going to get people to do the action that you want. And what makes us build, what makes us beliefs being present in our minds? What makes it? Well, we have to look for the way that we learn. We learn by association. Probably, if we associate things that we have been present, and were useful, were something that was well succeeded, it's something that builds, it makes association with my image. So probably to convince someone to hire you, you should probably look for projects. We should look for works where you were included. We should look for people that were successful and make it in a way that people will understand that you were like with some type of paper in determination of the success of the projects that you were included, or you were able to learn something from successful people that have done good things in their life, that you were present and you kind of drink from their water, and so you have the ability getting translated from them to you. So we have to build the belief, and the belief is a learning, and we can learn as association. Association good things with you will make you closer to be perceived as good if you don't have that type of strategy. So what are the type of trick that you have to get? So we're working in the decisions. We do a decision by utility. So we're talking about good points. What makes your action being good? But you have the other point. What makes the action doesn't be good? So you have to look for how to make lower the bad things that comes with the process of hiring you by the other side. So what's something that is bad for you? Something that takes a lot of effort to get it done, something that it kind of lasts a lot. We have a high period between the efforts being applied and the revenue. So what do you have to do? We have to make your hire being less spent. Your people that gonna hire you, they're gonna doesn't have like to face something bad by doing it. And so we have always to look for working in increasing the good things and decreasing the bad things that comes with the decision that you want to convince someone to do. So good things, try to make the people perceive you as good, build a belief, having the ability to make lower the opportunity cost. What is the opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is like the perception of what we don't do by doing some action. What is the action that you do? The one that has lower opportunity cost is the one that with being done, you kind of is kind of the action that you lose more or lose less is the one action that you're gonna do it. So you have to make look for the people that you want to convince. In that case, in hiring you, we have to make it be perceived that the action of hiring you, spending money with your wage, is something that's going to be useful because probably in comparison with the other ones, they're perceived that you're better. So what is important can be to you in a competition. If you want something to hire you, you can look so for what are the typical type of competitors that we have competing by the work that you want to get being present on, and try so to understand what can be your comparative advantage in comparison with them. It's something that you have to look more good things. Utility. You have to understand that all peoples have problems, and which more you are able to solve problems, more problems you solve, more useful you are. And obviously, to understand if something is useful or not, I have to get the perception that exists the possibility of you or you as a solution, as something useful, have to solve what's the problem that the people that you're trying to convince are facing with. So, with more you understand the people that you're working with, you understand more what's their problems. You can try to make them climb the list, say what's their problems, and obviously if you have the pre-workout and you already understand what their problems, you can already have some type of response really well built that make people convinced that you can work in solving the majority of problems that they have. So that works on what makes it's a work on the benefits that you bring of by them choosing the action that you want them to make. So it's really important. Well, we have some type of other type of heuristics that works with. We tend to be more grateful, we tend to feel more attached with something that we have a connection, emotional connection, something that feels like that's familiar with us. So we can understand what people do like. You can try to make them, you and him closer by understanding what their type of likes, what they tend to look, what's like the perception of world, and obviously by them having the beliefs, if we kind of share, we kind of have like the perception that you already have some type of beliefs that are kind of the ones that this person, by knowing them or getting information of him, they kind of get it too. You can make so this type of attachment that obviously without looking just for what's your like your ability skills to solve problems professionally talking, you kind of bring other type of force that is the human connection that comes with building relationships, trying to kind of uh, follow some type of beliefs that the people have and you have as well. And so by sharing it, it brings you closer to them. It kind of comes so the concept of familiarity, and something that's familiarity we perceive more valuable, something that comes less against us, and so something that is a bit more useful than a complete type of strange. Obviously, what can be closer? So to make your persuasion better, you can so make you have like social proofs where you have like the ability to get people that kind of have worked with you and they give like your approval about you and the way that he's working with you, and can show for the people to convince to build so social proof around what you are and was so how useful you are. You can have like reciprocity. If you give something for the person, you have like higher probability to people as well having like the obligation to give something back to you. So if you give something like for free, a food, if you invite them to lunch, if you have an invitation from having a dinner, they kind of will so be more open to give you something back, and this something back can be hiring you. So other thing can be as well obviously the authority. If you bring with your image of authority, because we tend to believe more in authority figures than the one that just seems to be random and I don't have like something really strong to believe on him, whether obviously by that comes from whatever mind you can have. If we have like something attachment of your authority, you have something like you're always going to believe more when you're taking care of your health of uh, medicine, something that works on it, like a doctor than just the normal people. So it's something that you have to look on. So with that concept, I've been working and using some mental models that they are the ones that rule the way that we perceive the world in connection with other ones, and obviously I expect to be useful for you and see you in the next video.